Here we go, the last lap of World Supersport here in Jerez. It's all about Cluzel. Can Cluzel finally get himself up ahead of Caricasulo? Could Anthony West, who's currently 1.5 seconds back, could the Australian pick up the pieces? Look at that. Cluzel's tyre right on the back of Caricasulo. You don't want to touch front and rear because it's usually going to end badly for the rider with the front tyre. And disaster for Kyle Smith as he was up inside the top 10. He's fallen at turn 13, which does promote Hartog, but it also promotes Suma back into the points. And Lorenzo Zanetti is 1.6 seconds behind the European Supersport rider right now. Can Cluzel keep his championship hopes alive? Here we go, into turn number 6, into dry stack. Cluzel can't do it again. We see him go for that wider line. Caricasulo so tight through there, doing all he can to close every available door for Cluzel. Cluzel now has to surely wait for turn 13. Surely it's all going to come down to that very last corner, the Jorge Lorenzo corner. Mick Doohan, Alex Crivier, Valentino Rossi, Sete Gibernau, Jorge Lorenzo and Marc Marquez, they've all had their incidents there. Could we now have Caricasulo and Cluzel writing the next page in the turn 13 history book? We're into the final sector, out of turn 10. Cluzel has to carry the speed through 11 and 12. He looks to the inside. Cluzel tries to do it. He goes up the inside, but Caricasulo slams the door. It's all about turn 13. It is do or die for the Frenchman. As he goes up the inside, oh, they almost touch. A huge moment there. The elbows are exchanged as we come into turn 13. Caricasulo with the inside line. Can Cluzel get the cutback? He should have the better drive. It will be a draft to the line as Caricasulo has a big wall there. Cluzel tries to get into the slipstream, and it looks like the Yamaha will just have the legs across the line. What an end to the race for Caricasulo and Cluzel. Nothing to choose between them. In now to the final lap here in Jerez then. It's Manuel Gonzalez who leads, Ana Carrasco in second, Garcia is third. It's side by side for fourth position. It's side by side for the lead as well. Carrasco ducks out, sweeps across the front of Gonzalez, and Ana Carrasco is back in front. She led race number 1, ended up relegated backwards by Marc Garcia on the final turn. 3 of the riders who were involved in the fight last time around are back up there tussling for the podium again. Yeah, and if you're Gonzalez up there in second spot, you want to make sure that you're able to get good run down in towards turn 6 on Carrasco. She's been able to make her moves around the outside into 6, but if you're Gonzalez, you want to try and make sure you can get into a position to attack as early as possible, because in these final laps you don't want to leave it too late, because otherwise you come under attack from everyone else, and if you go a little bit early, it actually gives you probably another chance to try and have a bite into the final corner as well. Carrasco moving over to the inside. We discussed that earlier on, trying to break the slipstream and force her rivals to go all the way around the outside line. She sweeps across to block Garcia on Gonzalez. She's left the inside open to Galangendra Pratama, who loves that move, who's been practicing it all weekend long. He's gone back down to third position though, with Gonzalez hitting the front. Did Carrasco bolt too early? She's pushed down to fourth position. Galangendra Pratama, we know, is willing to be aggressive. He is aggressive down the inside of Marc Garcia. A series of right-hand turns to come up next for these riders. That presents the inside line to Marc Garcia, who comes through on Galangendra Pratama. Ana Carrasco is with them, still chasing a second consecutive podium finish, and Victor Steeman, our pole sitter, rounds out the top 5. Still anyone's race, and it could still well be decided by drama at the final corner. Through they come on turns 11 and 12, and it's going to be our last lap lunges into turn number 13. Galangendra Pratama wants to move. He's gone for the outside. Garcia goes for the inside again, moves past Gonzalez and cuts through Marc Garcia in the drag race down to the line. He's done it once. Has he done the double? It's going to be very close in the run down to the line. Oh, who got that? It looked to me as though Garcia did everything absolutely right, but the timing screen shows Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it, a 1/10 of a second, covering the top 4. That was a brilliant ride from Marc Garcia, but Gonzalez hooked it up off the final turn, ducked out of the slipstream at the last moment, and like a 100-meter photo finish, it was Gonzalez who squeezed it 19 thousandths of a second.
Final lap. Melandri versus Laverty. The championship on the line. Sykes in third, but that's all he needed. And here he comes, 66. You've seen the lean, mean, green ninja that is Tom Sykes be immaculate all season long. He's kept his head down.
Look
Go
at
on, Eugene. That's
What
the
a
start.
manoeuvre!
That's
What?
a fantastic manoeuvre.
What
Go
a
on,
manoeuvre!
Eugene for the win. What a brilliant stuff. Eugene Laverty's going to win the race. What a way to do it.
That
He
was-
kept his championship hope for a while there, but Tom Sykes, splendid, superb. What a season. Sykes is the new world champion. But here's the moment.
Look at this.
Little bit of a wiggle.
Look at this though. Around the outside he goes.
That's insane.
That is a manoeuvre that you don't do in Marco Melandri.
That is insane. I've never actually seen anybody do that.